Pacers in that game. And Teddy, that leaves you, and I want to welcome those of you in joining us, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, wherever you may be consuming us here. Thank you guys for making us a part of your day. Let's go, Teddy. Dallas, Indiana. Indiana home finally after a ridiculous road trip here. But how much do you trust them, or is Dallas to play for you?
Start with this. When I was at Michigan, I played intramural ball. And 1 year, intramural basketball. I'm not playing real. But 1 year we played a team with a guy who eventually walked on to the Michigan program. Never played in the pros. He was a walk. He never got a scholarship to college. The walk-on at Michigan was basically able to defend us 1-on-5. Okay? So if you're talking about me actually making a shot with NBA players, it's not going to happen. None of us. They're better than you think. When you talk about Dallas, Indiana, and Tony brought up the most important point here. One thing I look for, and I didn't put down, I got 6 different quotes from Rick Carlisle. I look for quotes where coaches are making excuses before the games even get played. And for this particular stretch, Rick Carlisle's like, it's the most brutal stretch we have all year. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're way shorthanded. We have no chance, et cetera, et cetera. Carlisle was nothing but excuses for Dallas. And you can understand, back-to-backs, Sunday, Monday, travel between each game, travel again here on Wednesday, back-to-backs on Friday, Saturday, against, oh, by the way, they're 2 in-state rivals, in conference, in division, bigger games than this one for Dallas. And in between is this game at Indiana. And, every time about the Pacers, they played 4 games. They went on a 4-game. It wasn't like a 7-game, 2-week road trip. And they closed out the trip. They were 2-1, and they went to play the Clips on Sunday, and they got annihilated in that game. So it's not like they're coming home fat and happy. Oh, yeah, everything's great. They're coming home. We just got our butts kicked, and we got to go beat somebody. I think Indiana's better than Dallas right now. Yep. We'll get back to this play before the show. This game, I should say, before the show is through.
Love it. And I'm my money's still on you, Teddy. You got at least a double-double in you somewhere along those lines. At least on maybe
PSP. I'm talking about hitting a shot. Have you ever seen me jump? I don't get more than 2 inches off the ground, dude. It's really
I heard you were the leading scorer of the WagerTalk intramural team in Vegas at the Y, dude. I heard it. Rumor is you can play, my man. I don't even want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Let's go to our next featured game here, though, because this one, too, it's an interesting card across the board here tonight. And let's look at the Warriors starting out west. Warriors Spurs in this one. And, Andrew, I'm going to start with you here. The Warriors opened up. It was almost a pick 'em in this situation. 228.5 is what the total was that opened in this. It does appear that we are pretty much holding tight. I mean, 227.5. I'm still seeing ones out there. How much do you trust this Warriors team at this point in the season from what you've seen? And what do you think of the Spurs in this spot? Do you like them better?
I don't trust the Warriors. I'm entertained by the Warriors. I am excited when I see a nice play from them from a fan perspective, but from a betting standpoint, I don't trust this Warriors team. I don't trust the secondary scoring. I don't trust them to put up that same fight every single night that I saw from them in their previous game. We saw just one or two players. Of course, Steph Curry always trying to lead the way. And then it's always a question mark as the viewer, wondering who that secondary guy is going to be for them to step things up. For the Spurs, they're coming off a game where at least 3 players were in double digits of scoring, 20-plus points for them. That makes a difference to me. The Spurs have won 3 straight meetings over them. When I'm doing my handicapping, I always mix and match different phrases, expressions from different sports. The term grit is a phrase I use a lot in hockey, the word. But that's what I'm seeing from this Warriors team, grit. And that's going to pull out a lot of wins for them, but not against this Spurs team that's well-rounded at the point guard position and in the paint as well. So I like the Spurs here to keep it and make it 4 straight against the Warriors.
Teddy, in amazing fashion here, the Spurs continue to great team effort night in, night out. I think they've won 6 of their last 8. It's a team that seems to be getting better as the season progresses here. But where are you on the Spurs at this point in the season right now? You trust them on the road here?
Yeah, San Antonio is a one-way team for me. Okay, if I'm betting a Spurs game, I'm betting on the Spurs. It's real simple. What do I trust them on the road? They're 7-0. Their last 7 is road dogs. This has been their role. They've been going on the road and winning these games. So it's San Antonio or pass for this better. And again, they go on the road and they beat Minnesota and they beat OKC and they beat Portland and yada yada. They beat the Lakers and the Clips as well. So it's not like this is a team that isn't capable of going on the highway and taking care of business. All that said, I saw a couple of quotes from Golden State that keep me off San Antonio in this ballgame. And there were quotes after the Laker game. Remember, the Laker game, they were coming off a loss to the Pacers. They were coming off a loss to the Nuggets where they didn't play well. They fell down early by, 19 against the Lakers and clawed their way back into the game and ended up getting great production out of the second unit. And the starters closed out and finished the contest for them. But after the game, all the quotes were, we have to put this together more than one game in a row. We need to build off of this, because it's been a very choppy start to the season for Golden State. They've had their moments, but it certainly hasn't been anything resembling consistency. And they pointed to this game against San Antonio as an opportunity to prove that they can consistently get up for games. So I'm expecting a good effort from the Warriors. I'm in no interest in stepping in front of the Spurs. So it's an easy pass for me.
I got to ask you, Tony, it's to Teddy's point there, they're third right now as far as a road team goes in the NBA, only behind the Lakers and the Utah Jazz. The problem with Golden State has been defense here. They rank in the bottom 5 in the NBA this year in defense. So from your standpoint over here, would it be Spurs or nothing for you too?
Well, I mean, if anybody watches Saturday Night Live, you know about the Kristen Wiig character where she's got a secret. She goes, oh, I got a secret. Well, I got a 5% play on this, and I don't want to give it away. So what I will say on this is that Andrew Wiggins is questionable, and that is not really concerning because I think if Wiggins plays, he's been effective, but they can probably get by without him, Golden State. And we've got a situation where the Warriors have already made a tweak. Steve Kerr playing Kelly Oubre more with the second unit, getting him out there so he could be catalyst. And that worked out really nicely against the Lakers in a season high. I had a player prop on Oubre in that game, and he busted it by early third quarter on player points and rebounds. So he's playing well. San Antonio, I'm in agreement with Teddy that you don't want to step in front of them right now because Pop's got a lot of guys playing really well and really engaged. So I will say that my 5% play is not a side play on this game, and I'll leave it at that.
Man has got a secret. He's got a secret, Teddy, right? I mean, at no point, I'm not going to argue with you, man. It's going to be a fun game here tonight, too. And it's holding strong. Still 1 point for Golden State Warriors, a favorite at home tonight against the Spurs. And that brings us, of course, to our overtime game. And tonight's overtime game, where we take a look at the one total on the board that just seems like it's never high enough, certainly when we're talking about this team, the Sacramento Kings, taking on the Los Angeles Clippers, who have really turned things up a notch here over the last 10 days. And 231, I'm still seeing 231s. There's 230, 231s. So, Teddy, let me start with you here in this point. We've talked on the show before, the Kings, 0. Now, I know you can put up a double-double against the Kings with that defense. So, is it just simply a over or not for you now when looking at Sacramento Kings games?
So, there may well come a point in which we're going to make money betting Kings unders, okay? But this is a falling knife that I'm not going to catch while it's falling. All right. When you look at the NBA, just Hollinger's defensive efficiency numbers, a standard NBA defensive metric, right? The best team in the league, the Lakers, they give up 102.4 points per 100 possessions. The 29th ranked team is Washington. They give up 112.6 points. So there's 10 points differential defensive efficiency between the number 1 team and the number 29 team. The number 30 team is Sacramento, and they are more than 6 points worse than the number 29 team defensively, okay? So it's not like the Kings' defense is bad. It's not, it's very bad. It is off the charts bad. None of the Clippers are playing great defense either. They're ranked, 23rd in defense efficiency right now. We know the pace is going to be there. Sacramento's not slowing it down. LA's not slowing it down. If I'm playing, the over is the only way I can look. Someday, maybe the Kings shore it up defensively. Someday, maybe the totals get too high. That hasn't happened yet.
Not shocking here, Tony Mejia. Obviously, that could be the highest total on the board here tonight. But where are you at with this Kings team? And the way the Clippers have shown out here over the last couple of weeks, is it over or not for you?
Yeah, well, Teddy said that at some point we will potentially make money betting unders. That point will come when Buddy Hield is not in the lineup due to injury, because teams are just picking on him. Simple as that. Team, if he's on the floor, that's where you go, and either he gets toasted by whoever is guarding him, whoever he's guarding one-on-one, or help comes and you make the pass off and get your advantage that way. Rashawn Holmes is back. He's a nice shot blocker, but he really only has success against offenses that play through the post. That's not the Clippers. The Clippers are going to beat you from the perimeter and share it with George and Kawhi Leonard sharing. Lou Williams is questionable with a hip injury. It'd be nice to have him for the over standpoint, but he's actually been a little shaky all season. Kind of picked it up before the injury. So whether he plays or not, I don't think makes too huge a difference. And then we've also got the fact that De'Aaron Fox is over that hamstring injury and really looks explosive. So I don't think that he'll be bothered by Patrick Beverley, which means Sacramento's got a shot to continue scoring. So yeah, this is, and let me just give it away. It will be one of my plays. I'll go over 230, but I got plenty of other plays for clients.
All right, love that. And Andrew, before we get your thoughts on here, whether or not it's an over for you or how you're going to lead in this Sacramento Clippers game, apparently there was an issue there with, of course, technology and YouTube. So those of you that are watching us live right now in the chat rooms, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, if you missed the Contrarian Player today, we're going to recap everything for you guys. We'll do it right after we get this, so hang tight. We'll go ahead and let you know. We had a split decision going on here on the board, and then there was Switzerland somewhere in the middle there. But Andrew, talk to me here about. We'll get to that in just a second, guys. Andrew, talk to me about the Kings here and the Clippers tonight. Simply an over or not for you?
Definitely. I'll keep it very short and sweet. It's very sad when you see a team that scores 126 points or 123 points and they are losing the ball game. This team is not just going over the total because their defense is horrible. They're also strong offensively, but they are certainly proving to all coaches out there to show their players that it doesn't matter how good you are offensively, that if you do not play defense, you cannot win a ball game. And that's what's happening to this team right now. I mean, they scored 127 points in one game before, and they have lost that. It's over for me. And Joe, last week, first game for me playing basketball, fresh off knee surgery, I would get a bucket on Buddy Hield.
Oh, you damn straight, man. I got no problem with you. I got no issue. I know you're going to be dropping in some buckets there against that Sacramento defense. All right, so clean sweep here. Pretty much
we'll
over.
Never know, though.
So yeah.
We'll never know. We'll never know. So I'll just say it.
I'm not, look, dude, I've seen you, man. All 7'1" of you. Believe me, I've seen it. All right, so we're all in agreement here. Sacramento, it's kind of over or not in this particular situation. We're going to get to our best bets, but I do want to remind you quickly, guys, at WagerTalk.com right now, the opportunity for you to put your own team together, just like we did here with Andrew playing center and Teddy playing point. We've got our own team, and you can put your own team together as well. You can save up to 55% right now at WagerTalk.com. Pick your 2 or 3 favorite handicappers. Get them for 30 days, as little as $1.99 right now. The opportunity for you guys to put your favorite handicappers together, get all their plays, all access right now at WagerTalk.com. All right, we'll get to the Contrarian play and recap that in a minute. Let's get to our best bets here first and foremost. So, Andrew, listen, you don't need to drain it from 3. You can pretty much dunk it, but we're going to go ahead, put 60 seconds on the clock, my friend. The 60 seconds are yours. Do what you may. Give us your buzzer beater. What is your best bet, my friend?
Yeah, well, Joe, I was happy to cash my best bet in the last ticket last time I was on the show, so no pressure here with this one. I'm going with the over 222, the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors. I guess it would be the Miami Raptors now at this point, Tampa Bay Raptors. But look, plain and simple, we've seen some question marks every single night with Miami, wondering who's going to be in the lineup, how everybody is doing, how Tyler Hero is doing. And I understand that, and I've seen that, and I know those reports are there. But when it comes down to it, there still is pace between these two teams. There still is scoring ability between these two teams. And to be quite honest with you, I would actually have had these two teams classified as big under teams last year. This year, I think the Raptors are playing with plenty of pace. They're realizing they have to score in high bunches of numbers because they don't have that paint presence. They don't have Marc Gasol. They don't have Ibaka. And I'm sorry, but Baines is not good, and he's not able to protect the paint. We see a guy like Boucher. He's pretty good, but he can't protect the paint.
And you see, you just missed the clock. We just shut you down, Andrew. That's what Tony, talk to me, my man. You got right? Do we have to look at it? No, we don't. We're good to go. Tony Mejia, you are up, my friend. Buzzer beater, 60 seconds. Break it down for us, my man. What's your best bet?
My best bet is the over in Houston and Phoenix. And if everybody saw the Suns lose to the Grizzlies on Martin Luther King Day, they saw Devin Booker play one of the worst games of his career, specifically that fourth quarter where he couldn't do anything. He got beef with Gorgie Dang. I don't know if it got in his head. He's apparently not a guy that plays well when he's mad, because he was pretty pissed off out on the floor, but couldn't hit a shot. He was wide open, had his chances. Memphis ended up coming back and winning that game in the final few minutes. It was the second lowest scoring performance of the season for a Phoenix Suns team that prided itself on defense early and then saw that level come down back to earth. So in this game against Houston, which has Steven Silas finally getting to see his offense come to fruition with James Harden gone and Victor Oladipo and Christian Wood playing nicely in the pick and roll, I think both teams will be looking to get back on track offensively. Numbers about 218.5 because of the Phoenix Suns defensive numbers look to go over in Suns.
Look at that. Did you see what he did there, man? Nothing but net there, Andrew. Nothing but net right up to the clock. All right, Teddy. Come on, my man. I know you got this. 60 seconds, brother. Break it down for us. Your buzzer beater of the night.
Yeah, I was just watching McInnes and start my timer. I'm ready. I was just watching McInnes and realizing he's not looking at the clock as we're about 15 seconds left. I'm like, he's not looking at the clock. He doesn't know what's going on. McInnes,
my page closed. My page closed. My page closed.
Keep that clock in the corner of your eye. We're going to talk Pacers and Mavericks right now that I've limited myself to 40 seconds on this ballgame. I like Indiana plus 1.5 against Dallas. I talked earlier in the show about a lot of the reasons why the Mavs look to be a short-term bet against 4 key rotation guys missing, dealing with a 5 games in 7 nights situation. They're not right now. Rick Carlisle knows it. Indiana off a bad blowout loss. Everyone's complaining, oh my God, the Pacers, they don't have TJ Warren. They haven't played with it last year. They didn't have TJ Warren for extended stretch. Like, oh, they don't have Karis LeVert. Okay, he hasn't suited up for them yet. Indiana's fine. Pacers plus, Pacers money line, however you want to bet them. That's how I'm looking.
Look at Teddy. Nothing but net, man. Did you hear the swish? I could hear the swish, man. Very good, Teddy. And he even took 20 seconds to rip your ass, Andrew, so that was great. Fantastic, Teddy. Way to go, Mejia.
Closed, all right?
Sorry about that, Andrew, but I do want to get to real quick for those of you guys that hung out in the chat room and you missed it. We apologize for the technical difficulties. The contrarian play of the day, we looked at the Sixers and the Celtics game with the Sixers at home, opening up as a 6-point home favorite. A lot of money and a lot of tickets coming the way of the Boston Celtics. We were split here. So, Andrew, let me go to you real quick over there. You on the Sixers side. Quickly just recap why it is that you like the Sixers in this matchup and you're going contrarian.
I don't like to buy in too much about player just instantly coming back in the lineup with Embiid being in there, with Tatum still being out. I just think there's more options and more defense here with the 76ers. I think that it'll be a competitive game out the gate, and the 76ers will kind of roll on with it in the second half late.
Teddy, come on, man. You're going the other way. You agree with the move. You're not going contrarian. Tell us why again, quickly.
Well, it's not even a huge contrarian move, and it went down from 5.5 to 5. Boston, this is their role. 22-6 last 28 as road dogs. Philly, they haven't played good ball. They haven't been beating good teams. Boston, even without Tatum, is still a good team. I think it's a game that comes down to the final shot if Philly's lucky enough to be in it that long.
And, of course, there's Switzerland right in the middle. Switzerland, where are you going in this game tonight?
Don't touch this game. I think the Sixers probably win, and then Ben Simmons gets to the free throw line and he misses 2 free throws to mess up your cover, ruins the rest of the night because that's what Ben Simmons does late.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
He just mushed you. That's ridiculous. Go Boston. But there you got it, guys. Let's recap the actual best plays, too, if you're just joining us. Andrew McGinnis does like the Heat Raptors over 222. Switzerland there actually did have an opinion on the game, and that being the Suns Rockets over 219. And Teddy's all over the Pacers, man, at home. Give him the 1.5. That flipped from -1 now to getting a 1.5. Teddy likes them. You got the contrarian play of the day, guys, and of course, just go ahead, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner if you will get notified every time one of these goes live. We apologize for the technical snafu apparently in the beginning, but we hope you got all the plays. Hope you'll subscribe. Hope you'll come back, and hope that you will definitely head over to WagerTalk.com. Take advantage right now of the Build Your Team special. You can do it at WagerTalk. Pick 2 guys, pick 3 guys, your favorite handicappers. You can save up to 55%, 30 days, all access. I don't know if I might want to pick this team right here, guys, because they did an amazing job here today. So I want to thank Andrew McGinnis. Make sure you check him out. Puck time, 11 a.m. Eastern times here at Wager Talk TV on YouTube. Tony Mejia, as always, my man. The games that you did have a comment on, thank you very much. And Teddy Covers, catch him out, WagerTalk.com, noon, Monday through Friday. Appreciate it. Teddy, Andrew, Tony, guys, thanks so very much. Come back and join us again tomorrow. We'll do it all over again on the NBA Tip-Off Show. In the meantime, best of luck with your plays. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Right now, you can lock in 30 days of Hakeem Profit's NBA plays, including 5% best bets, for just $4.30 per day. A 30-day NBA pass is priced at $189, but you can lock in Hakeem's for only $129. Act fast, as the price is going back to $189 at the end of the week.